it's MeiYu and welcome to another fun Friday video. I'm glad to see you all here. Every Friday, I try to do something new, fun, or challenging. Thank you all for your amazing comments and likes in my previous video. I'm glad you liked this art challenge. And in case you haven't seen some of the fun comments that other fans have left, you can check out this video on my channel. I think some of them were really fun to read. Today I'm going to be doing another coloring video in my third coloring book called Gothic Cuties, Creepy Kawaii Coloring Book. And I know some of you have this book already, so in case you have your own copy, feel free to follow along today as I go through this video. It's going to be light colors versus dark colors kind of coloring. And I think it's going to be really interesting because in this coloring book, every image has a duplicate. So I'm going to see how the same image is going to look like in light colors, like pastel colors, versus dark colors. And we can compare how they look like together at the end. I think it's going to be really fun. Okay, so I'm going to begin with my light pastel colors first. And I do have some papers underneath my coloring page just to kind of help stop the ink from bleeding through. And for this image, I'm going to start with like a teal, kind of light teal color. I don't know if you can see, so it's like a nice, pretty teal color. I'm going to go into the hair. I think it'll be fun to make her hair kind of like interesting with this color. Trying to get around the lines from her bow. And in case you are following me, you can follow the kind of colors that I'm using, but I don't want you to feel pressured into, like having the exact colors. You can choose any kind of colors you want for your own preference. It's totally up to you. And this is the fun thing about coloring in my coloring books is you are in control. This is like your creation and you can decide whichever colors you want to have in your artwork. Many of you told me that you want to learn how I color and shade. My coloring videos like this will be really good for you to watch, and that's why my coloring videos tend to be longer than my regular videos, so I have more time to show you how I integrate colors, shade, and blend. I hope this helps you. In case you have my first coloring book called Garden of Dreams, or my second coloring book called Pop Culture Reimagined, you can color along with me in my previous coloring videos. For my first coloring book, I tried using markers versus gel pens. I'm glad many of you liked how the two different art mediums compared with each other. And my second coloring book video, I tried a blind pick coloring challenge, so that was really fun. In each of these coloring videos, I'm going to try different things, and I can't wait to do more in the future. I left the ends uncolored for now because I want to add a different color in her hair at the tips. So I think I'm gonna go with this is like a really light pink. I'm gonna blend the pink a little bit into the teal just so that it kind of like grows from the teal and it has a nice like gradient effect. Okay, so she has these light pink tips in her hair. Okay, so I'm going to take my light purple and I'm going to go into these roses. Alright, once I'm done the flowers, I'm going to go to these little drips underneath them. And I think I'll choose the light teal again, because I want to have some colors that kind of like it's like repeating throughout the piece to make it look more cohesive. Okay, so I have these interesting teal drips going on underneath the purple flowers. I'm going into the leaves using a really light green. Okay, I think I'm going to go into these little hearts in the background first, and then I'm going to go into the girl later on. Here are some more amazing fan creations and coloring masterpieces that some of you have created with my different coloring books. I am, again, blown away by your creativity, how you see colors in different ways, and how your pictures have turned out. Thank you all so much for sharing them in the Amazon reviews and also on Instagram with the hashtag MeiYuArt. It's really awesome and fun for me to see how different people handle the colors in my different images in my books. And sometimes some of you fans created images with color schemes that I've never even thought of before for that particular image. So it's really nice to see how, just how differently people can view a certain work and make it very personal and very much their own. And they all look so different and all so unique and special. I see some of you are challenging yourselves to color every day for a period of time. I think that's a really good idea to consistently engage your imagination and practice. I also love how spontaneous some of your color choices and strokes are. And some fans love adding their own little doodles and drawings in the images as well to make it even more personal. No matter how you approach my coloring books, what mediums or techniques you've used, I love all your art so much. You really inspire me to keep going and creating more coloring books for you, and I've got a new one coming up, hopefully next week. Yay! It's also fun to hear that some of you get your friends or family members coloring with you in your own challenges or your own little fun competitions. So I'm glad that my coloring books can also provide these bonding times and fun memories. And some of you also like to put the images you've done up on your walls on display. It's like creating your own little art gallery. I'm so proud. I've been seeing lots of different art mediums used, and many of you like to mix mediums together with beautiful results. Also, thank you all very much for leaving your coloring creations and feedback in the Amazon reviews. I really appreciate this because this helps others know how you feel about my books. I feel so good sharing your work in my videos because I know you're going to inspire many other fans who are watching, and I'm also glad that you could get some new viewers on your Instagram accounts too. As always, keep up the great work everyone, and keep posting your art with the hashtag. I can't wait to see your new creations. Okay, so we'll wait for the skin color to dry, and then next I'm going to go into these giant bows. I like how the bows have these big, kind of creepy yet cute eyeballs that are just staring at you. So let's get some colors into these bows. Okay, so I'm gonna use my purple again. I really like this purple. It's so bright and light, and I don't know, I really like it. And especially how it contrasts with the teal colors. In the hair and then down here, I like that. Okay, I like how that just stands out really nicely. So we have the bows. I'm gonna go into the eyes. And let's see. I'm gonna do something like this. I'm gonna use my light pink. And I want to add a little bit of the light yellow in the middle. Okay, so now for her top. I like how the top has these open shoulders and then that cute little bunny. So let's get some colors in there, and I think I want to go into let's try this light blue. It's like a turquoisey light blue. Okay, so I have this light blue. I'm gonna go into the yellow. I want to mix this yellow with the blue just to see what we can come up with. Okay, and as for the little bunny on the shirt, I think I'll just add a couple of colors in there. And I think I'll leave the main face kind of just, I guess, just white for contrast. Instead, for the eyes, I think I'll go with like this purple again. Go right into the eyes. That's cute. And then something like pink for the little hearts in the ears. And the drips coming out of the eyes. It's kinda creepy, but cute. Okay, so that is her shirt. I love how the yellow just blends into the blues, and it has this nice kind of like fuzzy green area where the yellow meets the blue. I really like that effect. Okay, and for the collar, I think I'm gonna go with my purple again. I love this purple. It's so pretty. I think it's really satisfying to see, like, as you're coloring the images in my coloring books, it's really like cool to see like things start to come together as you add different colors, and especially if you're trying like blending, like, you know, in these areas in here, it's really cool to see that all kind of merge together in the end. I think it's quite satisfying. Okay, so we have her outfit, and the last thing I'm gonna do is just her makeup and then her eyes. Okay, so I'm gonna take my vivid pink and go into her lips. I want the lips to stand out a little bit more, so I'm going with a slightly darker, brighter pink. Yeah, that looks nice. And then her eyebrows are really slim, but let me just get a little tiny bit of the teal. And they're so slightly. Okay, and for her eyes, I think because I want to contrast with the pinks and the purples, let's try a light blue. Okay, so there is our light colors version of this design. I love it. I think it's like super kawaii and like just really pretty. Has a lot of pastel influences. I like the gradients in the different areas of the piece. But now let's go on to the second part of this coloring video. I'm going to do the same image in this coloring book but using dark colors, and this is going to be quite different. Okay, so this is the second copy of the same image in the same coloring book. And in case you are new or you don't have one of my coloring books, basically they have like a second set of each image. And that's really fun, I think, because then you get to experiment with like different color schemes, like what I'm doing here, or you can like challenge your friends or family members to color with you, or you can like pick different like, you know, art supplies. Like one of them could be all in markers, and another one could be all in colored pencils or crayons or whatever you like to use. So I think it's really interesting if you like take the same image and then you experiment with it in different ways, like what we're doing here. So yeah, that's all fun. Anyway, so we are going to be coloring her with dark colors, and again I have my papers underneath to kind of like control the spread of the ink from going through. And so this time, because we're going to just be focusing on really dark colors, no light pastel colors, I think I'm gonna go with the hair to start again, and this time I'm using just black. It's really nice dark black. I hope my art and coloring books help you feel relaxed and motivated, like you're achieving something. I think these positive feelings really help me whenever I'm, stressed or anxious about other things in my life. I always turn to art because it's a really helpful way for me to just de-stress and take my mind away from the other things around me. To me, one of the greatest feelings is, when I'm finished a piece of art that inspires me. It's kind of like an emotional shield, and I really do feel more secure after that. Okay, I really like how dramatic this is looking already. So I have her hair with the black. I did leave some whites here and there just to make it look shiny and to keep some of the details in the drawing. And then for the tips of her hair, I'm going to choose another color. And I want this piece to be really dramatic looking, so I'm going to use my red for her hair tips. Okay, I really like her hairstyle like this. And while I have my red, I'm going to go into these flowers. Right here. Okay, I'm going to go into the drips underneath the roses. And I think I'll go with black again because I love the contrast between the black and the red. It's just so dramatic. I hope my coloring books provide you with a time and space to be happy, relaxed, and in control. For me, coloring has a therapeutic effect. I also like how it's really easy to get started when it comes to coloring. It's a simple act, but the possibilities are endless. It's really easy to pick up and, just let your imagination run free. Okay, I like those drips. And for the leaves, I'll use like a olive green kind of color. I'm gonna use this one. Okay. As for the hearts, I'm gonna go into the hearts first, and then I'm gonna go into her. So the hearts, this time I'm gonna use just a dark red, and because I want this to look quite different from the one that I did before with the light colors, this time I'm just gonna go over the hearts just with dark red and no other color, because I want things to look like really solid this time. Okay, I think the hearts are looking very nice and the contrast is quite striking. I think I'm gonna go into her skin first and then we'll color in the rest of the details. I'm gonna choose a skin color. Okay, while the skin color is drying, I'm gonna go into her bows, and I'm gonna use the red again. Okay, now I'm going into those interesting eyeballs in her bows with the dark olive green. Now for her shirt, I want something that's really like just deep and centered in the design, so I'm going with my black. I also like the contrast of the black of the shirt against her pale skin. That looks really good. Okay, for the inside of her shirt, let's go with a dark olive green for the eyes. Okay, so I added some red to the little hearts in the bunny's ears and then her collar. For the spikes in the collar, I think I'll use like a dark olive green. Okay, I'm gonna be very careful and draw some super thin, dark eyebrows. Okay, and the last thing I want to do is color her face. So she's gonna have some very bright lips, like red. Let's go with red, I think that's nice. It's a nice attention-getting color. And then I think for her eyes, like the eyelids, I'm gonna make her look a little bit more dramatic with some red. Ooh, that's cool. Look at that. Some nice red eyeshadow. Okay, as for her eyes, I'm gonna use this dark olive green because I really like the green and the red together. So I'm gonna do the same thing in her eyes. With a little bit of a grayish olive green. That's cool. Alrighty, so this is the dark colors version of the same design, and let's compare. I really like how both of them turned out. I think they look so different and striking. And let me know which one you like better, the light version or the dark one. I think this is one of the best things about coloring in my coloring books is that, you know, you can experiment with all kinds of things and different color schemes and like different themes. You can just let your imagination run wild, which I think it's just so cool. If you want to see more coloring videos like these, maybe with my other coloring books, then hit that like button, smash it real good. And in case you haven't already, subscribe so you won't miss my future videos. I will see you next Fun Friday. Happy coloring, everyone! There are over 50 books now on my MeiYu bookstore on Amazon, all in one convenient place. The link is in the video description. See you next week. I've got another exciting Fun Friday video planned. Till next time.